Crypto Hotep here with another trading video. This is coming off of my last video I just did with market updates, but I did want to showcase my spot altcoin portfolio as I mentioned I was going to do, and how it looks right now after what has happened. And basically with these videos, we just want to kind of showcase my mindset, where my mind is from my trading and investing perspective, the strategic things that I'm thinking about, and then if I'm thinking about selling or not, kind of where we are at currently. So from and before we begin, guys, again, shout out to Coinbase. They sponsor the channel. The link will be in the description if you need a Coinbase account, or if you want to support the channel and link your Coinbase account to that link, helps us out as well. Um, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before you invest in these coins. But if these videos are helpful, feel free to like, subscribe, comment. It helps us out greatly, helps me out. But as you're watching here, I'm using coin stats to track my portfolio. So I place all my spot buys in Coinbase, and then I track that with coin stats because they provide a little bit more analytics here. So for my monthly average return, or gain I should say, is negative 25.2%. My 3 month is 6.83% positive, and then 6 month is 112%. And if we go to a year time frame, I'm up over 375%, which is cool. It's nice, but we kind of zoned in on this month here. So our biggest position currently, and this is stacked ranked based on the amount, from a dollar amount that I have in each asset. So my right now, the most that I have is in USD, which is ironic. So I do have some USD, some dry powder, if you will, sitting on the sideline here, just in case of these instances right here. So that's one tip. If you get anything from this video, is you always want to have some money on the side in case of these liquidation events that happen here. So I do have some USD. It is USDC, and it's earning 4% APY, and it sits in Coinbase, that brokerage that I just mentioned. Next asset we have is Aerodrome. Aerodrome is the only asset, or one of the only assets, that I'm up currently. I'm up in the green still, up over 17%. C is my next, and I am up over 1%, almost 2%, which is cool. But this is where it gets kind of nasty and bloody here. So we have Uniswap. Uniswap, I'm down over 17%. Near, I'm down over 9%, almost 10%. And then Graph is just a bloodbath right here, down over 33%. Um, so my current thought perspective is, with how I'm thinking about this, is I have the USD earning interest. I'm waiting specifically for these moves to settle in the market. So we'll go to the charts because everything depicts on the charts for me. So if we go to the charts, we'll start with Aerodrome. So with Aerodrome, currently the chart still looks bullish from a weekly time frame. That's what we trade off of, right? And if you're not familiar with my trading style, go to the channel, go to the trading Haikanashi playlist, and just go to that first video. The first video will probably tell you everything, but it's one of my most viewed videos, if not my most viewed video. And it'll go over my whole thought process with Haikanashi, how I look at the charts and that type of thing. But back to Aerodrome. So Aerodrome, what I did was we bought near the weekly mitigated area when we saw buyers step in here. That's my process. I only buy usually when I see buyers come in and they value the weekly area, which they did. Okay. Then it made a daily demand, or I'm sorry, a weekly demand area here, but it kept going up. I didn't buy or add any more to this, and I just waited. Now it reached its peak right here as of right now, and it slowly is cascading down. I did take out my Fibonacci tool here, and I drew out an area where, hey, I saw that prices stalled out at the golden zone right here. But as you can see here, it's tapped into our weekly demand area. So what am I thinking will happen is I'm probably thinking this will happen. I can remove this. I'll remove my fib, and I think we may see some stabilization here. May see some stabilization. Not sure how long it'll be, but it would make sense to me that we would see some stabilization here. And if I see buyers in this area, I will buy some more aerodrome and add to my position. Okay, let's go to C. So C, as of right now, price is out of the accumulation box. So the accumulation box is this blue box I normally draw when I see price ranging, just meaning it's going up and down and up and down. It's not breaking out, it's not breaking down. It's just going up and down in kind of this channel motion here. And that's what it looked like it was doing from July until September here, but or September last month, it just did break down here. Now we still do have 2 days of market price action here. So we'll wait and see what that market price or the C price is going to do until we make a final assumption and see if I can remove this box here. But we'll keep it there for now. And then Uniswap, again, I mentioned this in the previous video. Uniswap is in the downtrend here, which is this green channel right here. But you know what stopped it? The weekly area, your weekly demand / support area with your liquidity right here. So as long as it stays above this line that's within my weekly mitigated area, I feel okay with this. I feel okay with this, not nervous. I feel pretty good. Okay? And I still do have, again, USDC to buy these dips if I can see any buyers in this area right here. Graph, unfortunately, graph ticker symbol GRT. It's been downhill with graph. I still like graph from a crypto perspective, but it is kind of at the last barrier right here. Ooh, can I adjust this here? It's at the last barrier right here, and I drew this. It's basically touching 2022 lows now, so it is touching that. It's tapped into that level, so I'm going to be very cautious with that one. I may wait until I see price come and reclaim 7 cents, but we will see. Near, I feel good about this. So this is another crypto with the accumulation box right here, the blue box here, but price hasn't broke the accumulation box. Price is still within the accumulation box and above the weekly mitigated area. So I feel good about this. I feel really good. I don't mind buying near in this box at all. I am perfectly fine with buying this because this level has withheld the hands of time right here from all the way from April until now. This area of around, I would say like maybe $2.15 or so has stood the stands of time here. Stood the hands of time, I should say. So again, below 50, so still a good area to accumulate some near, but people may be too frightened right now to do anything. But that's kind of where my mind is at with my crypto portfolio. So again, guys, in crypto, you have to take the ups and the downs, the good with the bad. But these prices typically don't last, right? So it's all about, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to add to the position? Do you want to cut it off? Me personally, I'm going to wait to see what the markets are doing in the next coming weeks here and see where they land. And then I'll make my decision if I want to cut a position, if I want to keep it, add it, so forth and so on. But the last thing you want to do is make a decision out of emotion. And then also a decision based on what folks on Twitter and social media are doing, saying, oh, I've sold everything, oh, I've liquidated everything, oh, I got liquidated, and all of that. And this event is also another reason why I do not trade crypto with leverage. All these are spot crypto buys, meaning that I hold the actual cryptocurrency and it's not traded off of a contract or a derivative or anything like that. It's safer, it's easier for me, and it's less stressful. So again, I used to do that, but trading it didn't it wasn't fun to me. It was more stress, if anything, and I didn't like it. I also used to trade lower time frames. Again, that was more stressful as well. Didn't like it, and I had to adjust my personality and my psychology with what I wanted to do with trading, and that's where I came up with my system with Heikinashi, volume, and RSI with supply and demand, and that made the most sense for me. But yeah, guys, so that's kind of where I am. Everything, all is not lost as of yet, right? I don't think all is not lost yet. Yeah, these moves can be very dramatic though if you're not familiar with it. If you just hopped into crypto maybe the last 2 weeks because Bitcoin was on a high, and feel bad for you, but this is kind of where how crypto's always been. It's very kind of a wild wild west, but even with that, these liquidations have somewhat dwindled down, even though this is the largest one in history. I've seen these before. So it all depends on what the market's going to do after this. Because again, remember, back in 2020 when that happened, markets reversed. And, everybody was, half of the people were sidelined. So again, you don't want to make a decision strictly on social media and how your emotions are feeling currently. And then also, like, even if you look at, like, again, this 1 month, this 25% I was down in January of this year. I was down almost 40% in my altcoin portfolio. It's about 38. It was about 38% or so. So this is really, I hate saying this is nothing, but I I've been used to this before. So, it's more of kind of waiting, averaging down, see if we can average down if the crypto is in a good weekly buying area and if there are buyers there, because you don't just want to buy blindly, and just placing your trades there and seeing what'll happen. So again, guys, that's my crypto portfolio, my thoughts and what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, as always, guys, like, subscribe, comment, please, on the videos. Let me know what you think. And as always, thank you and happy trading.